GED Science Study Guide, Audiobook. Physical Science and Life Science Concepts. Introduction. Welcome to this GED Science Audiobook Study Guide. In this lesson, we will cover several important GED Science topics, including scientific notation, properties of matter, atoms, chemical reactions, water properties, energy, motion, genetics, DNA, and chromosomes. Everything will be explained in simple language so you can understand the ideas even if science has been difficult for you in the past. Let's begin. Scientific notation. Scientific notation is a way to write very large or very small numbers in a short and clear form. It was developed to make working with huge numbers easier. Instead of writing long strings of zeros, we use powers of 10. Scientific notation has two parts. A number between 1 and 10. Multiplied by 10 raised to a power. For example, 1 can be written as 1 times 10 to the power of 0. 13 can be written as 1.3 times 10 to the power of 1. 134 can be written as 1.34 times 10 squared. Large numbers have positive exponents. Small numbers have negative exponents. To write a large number in scientific notation, start at the first non-zero digit. Create a decimal between 1 and 10. Count how many places the decimal moves. For example, a light year in miles can be written as 5.8786 times 10 to the 12th power. To change scientific notation back to standard form, multiply by 10 for positive exponents. Divide by 10 for negative exponents. Negative exponents mean division. Positive exponents mean multiplication. Scientific notation helps you compare size, understand scale, and work faster on the GED. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this. Physical and chemical properties of matter. A property is a characteristic of a substance. A physical property can be observed without changing the substance into something new. Examples of physical properties include color, shape, boiling point, melting point, density, solubility, temperature, viscosity. If a substance changes form but stays the same substance, it is a physical change. Ice melting into water is still hydrogen oxide. A chemical property is observed only when a chemical reaction occurs. Signs of a chemical reaction include unexpected color change, change in consistency, change in odor, formation of gas bubbles, temperature change, formation of a solid called a precipitate. If a new substance is formed, a chemical change has occurred. Atoms and elements. Atoms are the basic building blocks of all matter. At the center of an atom is the nucleus. The nucleus contains protons and neutrons. Protons have a positive charge. Neutrons have no charge. Electrons have a negative charge and move around the nucleus. The atomic number is the number of protons. Elements are defined by how many protons they have. The mass number equals protons plus neutrons. If electrons equal protons, the atom is neutral. More electrons makes the atom negative. Fewer electrons makes the atom positive. Atoms bond together by sharing electrons to form molecules, such as water. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this. Chemical reactions. A chemical reaction occurs when substances change into new substances. Reactants are what you start with. Products are what you end with. Signs of a chemical reaction include color change, gas formation, temperature change, new solid formation. There are 5 main types of chemical reactions. Combination reactions combine substances into one new compound. Single replacement reactions replace one element with another. Double replacement reactions swap ions. Decomposition reactions break one compound into simpler substances. Combustion reactions involve oxygen and release heat and light. Reaction rates depend on concentration and time. Catalysts speed up reactions. Inhibitors slow them down. Properties of water. Water is made of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Water is a polar molecule, meaning one side is slightly positive and the other is slightly negative. Because of this polarity, water forms hydrogen bonds. These bonds make water cohesive and adhesive. Water has a high specific heat, meaning it takes a lot of energy to change its temperature. This helps regulate temperature in living organisms and environments. Water is also a powerful solvent, meaning many substances dissolve in it. Hydrophilic substances dissolve easily in water. Hydrophobic substances do not. Kinetic and potential energy. Energy is the ability to do work. Kinetic energy is energy of motion. It depends on mass and velocity. The faster an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has. Potential energy is stored energy. Gravitational potential energy depends on height. As an object falls, potential energy decreases. Kinetic energy increases. Work is done when a force moves an object over a distance. The work energy theorem states, work equals the change in kinetic energy. Newton's laws of motion. Newton's first law states that an object will stay at rest or keep moving unless acted on by a force. This is called inertia. Newton's second law states, force equals mass times acceleration. Heavier objects require more force to accelerate. Greater force produces greater acceleration. These laws explain motion, safety devices, and everyday movement. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this. Chromosomes, DNA, and RNA. Chromosomes are structures made of DNA. They carry genetic information. Each chromosome has a centromere and arms. The position of the centromere determines chromosome type. DNA stores genetic instructions. It is double-stranded and very stable. RNA carries instructions from DNA to make proteins. RNA is single-stranded and less stable. There are 3 types of RNA: messenger RNA, ribosomal RNA, transfer RNA. DNA stores information. RNA uses information. Mendelian and non-Mendelian genetics. Gregor Mendel discovered how traits are inherited. Traits come from alleles passed from parents. Dominant traits show if present. Recessive traits only show if both alleles are recessive. Punnett squares are used to predict traits. Non-Mendelian genetics include incomplete dominance, codominance, multiple alleles, sex-linked traits. Not all traits follow simple dominant-recessive rules. Final review. In this study guide, you learned how to use scientific notation, physical versus chemical properties, structure of atoms, chemical reactions, water's special properties, energy and motion, Newton's laws, genetics and DNA. These topics are all tested on the GED Science exam. Conclusion. This concludes your GED Science audiobook study guide based on the practice video. Study consistently, listen often, and practice applying these ideas to questions. Please subscribe to Easy Life Studio for more helpful content like this.